Oh, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hi. Okay, no problem. Do I need his signals? Or he's fine. He's going. Thank you. Cool. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. My elders, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, mentors, volunteers, shining lights of the community, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ashiq Damani. I am from Stanmore and I have been a Jamaat member there for 29 years. I feel very old when I say that. I have, over the years, watched many programs here in Dar es Salaam at this very member, and it is truly an honor to be speaking at the same place. I never thought I would be doing this. So thank you for the very warm welcome, and as I say, it's truly an honor to be speaking here. I am a health and physique transformation coach and an expert in the matter of losing weight correctly, whilst even enjoying your cultural foods and your sweet treats. Yes, it's entirely possible. What I teach my students has taken me 7 years of hard studying, research, and experience in the world of nutrition and well-being. We have changed the lives of over 150 community members, a large majority of whom are here actually in Dar es Salaam. Many of whom you know personally, and many of you who are probably sitting next to somebody, a loved one or a relative, who has actually been through that process and journey as well. I'm not here to promote anything, don't worry. I'm here to raise awareness, to educate, to unleash the true potential in us all when it comes to our health and our well-being. So today I'm going to be talking about the following. The first is food as our medicine. Food as our medicine, like the title suggested. The second is the power of habits. The third is we're going to talk about the living universe that actually lives within us. How we can go from having very good intentions, because it's all right to talk the talk, how can we go from having very good intentions to actually implementation? Finally, we'll have a session of question and answers, and time permitting, I will use some resistance bands that I've got with me to carry out a functional training demonstrations, especially with the elderly who are seated here with us, to show you what's possible. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. In the Holy Quran, Surah Ma'idah, verse 88. Eat of the lawful and good things that Allah has given you, and be careful to your duty to Allah in whom you believe. It is not just balance, moderation, portion control, and the professionals that say this mean very well. They really do. They mean the best for us. The issue is that most of us don't even know what moderation or balance or even how to implement it actually. However, look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is highlighting quality and selection of food. Surah Baqarah, verse 172. O you who believe, eat of the good things that we have provided you with, and give thanks to Allah if Him it is that you serve. So we need to have a very honest conversations with ourselves and ask, with our nutrition and our lifestyle and our lack of movement, I'm a bit scared as loads of people are nodding as I say this. This is not good, okay? But with our nutrition, our lifestyle, and our lack of movement, are we living longer or are we dying slower? This really is the question. Our bodies are an amana given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have a duty to look after it, to use it, and to maximize it. Maximizing it how? To serve our Creator and His creation, our communities, our brethren, our families, our parents, our children, even our spouses. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam, Allah salli ala Muhammad wa ala. What has he said? Health is the best of blessings. It's true. As we all know, you can have 1,000 problems in life. 1,000. But once you have a health problem, you only have one problem. As you've seen from the title of the seminar, we should be eating our food as medicine before medicine becomes our food. And I keep getting asked this. Ashiq, why are you so passionate about nutrition, the way we eat, when we eat, how we eat, all of this kind of stuff? Where does all this come from? I'll tell you why. I originally started to help people to lose weight. But losing weight without calorie counting and no meal plans or anything like that, having the cultural foods, enjoying your sweet treats, just careful selection and understanding actually how the body works. And mashallah, lots of transformation success stories. Men were drowning in their wedding suits. Ladies were reporting back that they had lost their wedding ring. It had slipped off their fingers. I hope you heard that. Their wedding ring was falling off their fingers. That means they've not seen that physique even predating their nikah. Interesting, isn't it? But I want you to forget all of that. Because forget losing the weight. Forget getting stronger. What actually happened was truly fascinating. Through evolving people's nutrition and health and habits, we started to heal people, healing them. The reality was that they were now enjoying benefits that had come from, it turned into being priceless for them. It wasn't a case of just losing the inches around the waist and everywhere else. They were now enjoying amazing benefits. Blood pressure regulated, cholesterol regulated, reduction of heart disease risk and stroke, their type 2 diabetes gone into remission, cravings gone, reversal of PCOS in ladies, thyroid regulated, psoriasis reversed, even ladies' eyebrow hair was growing back. The list goes on. This is not me just making up a list. I didn't just Google something what doctors are curing. This was happening through changing habits and changing their nutrition. We set out to help couples as well, to change their nutrition and lifestyle. But in the process, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have managed to conceive also. Forget the fact that we were changing lives. Forget the fact that we were saving lives. Now we were starting to make lives as well. So I know your question now, don't worry. How? How? Everybody wants to know, right? How are people achieving jaw-dropping weight loss results through just knowledge? How are people turning their lives around in their 50s, 60s, 70s? No, we have members who are nearly 80. How was Sheikh Muhammad al-Hilli able to lose 13 kilos with us? You can see his story. It's being released tonight. How was Sheikh Mustafa Jafar able to lose 22 kilos with us? How was Gulser able to lose 34 kilos in 8 months? How was one lady able to lose 39 kilos in less than a year? How did Abbas Bhai, who is actually sitting here near the back? Yeah, he's deliberately sat near the back. How did Abbas Bhai do it? He lives here in Dar es Salaam. Please, nobody tell me it's not possible, living here and in this climate. No chance. He cannot even walk in the way that we can walk. Yet he lost 26 kilos and is stronger than ever. You don't believe me? Go and ask him after. His story, by the way, is incredible. You will just cry with joy if you see it. I do urge you to go and have a look at his video on YouTube. It is truly fascinating. You know, for Abbas Bhai's efforts and his inspiration and the barakah of this center, please recite a very loud salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So I know you're still asking, yeah, but come on, there's more to this. How? How have all these wonderful examples achieved these things? Simple. Really simple, I promise. They did not tackle just one issue with a pill. This is number one. Please understand this. Number two, they didn't just chase their symptoms. Arid Natiu, I go to the medical center. Arid Natiu, I go and get another pill from the doctor. They didn't do that. Instead, they addressed the entire human system as the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed it. We're talking about the fuller picture because everything matters actually. We are not a calorie counting spreadsheet. We are human. We are hormones. We are emotions. We are cultural. We are multifaceted beings. And let's face it, okay? We're all too reliant on medication from the doctors to give us a plaster job with our health. Sure, they'll be able to prescribe us medicine, but the doctor does not simply have the capacity nor the time to quiz us on what? Baba, how is your nutrition? How is your exercise routine? What about your water consumption? How are your hormones? Do you get enough sunlight? How are your stress levels? Do you actually laugh and have social events and enjoy yourself? Are you lonely? How is your structural health? Are you able to pick up these chairs or your suitcase or put something at the top of the cupboard? How is your gut health? How is your spiritual connection? Where is your mindset? All of these things. It's not the doctor's fault. It's not the healthcare fault. They simply don't have the time or the capacity. But we have an opportunity to heal ourselves through what we consume and how we lead our lives. So, let's reflect on what we are consuming and how we are using it. Is it just as fuel as it's supposed to be? Or is it just for fulfillment? You know, this fork here, this fork, can be more powerful than even a prescription that the doctor can give you. So eat to heal, not just to make yourself full. I often say this quote, that if it's plucked from a tree or it grows from the ground and it doesn't have a label on it, it's probably very good for you. What we need to do is go back to basics because there is power and healing and wisdom in this. And no, not everyone needs a coach. You don't need to come to certain practices like us to get these results. No, many people have achieved it by themselves. And that's why I'm saying reflect and see what you can achieve. But with knowledge, with expertise, and having that support system around you to bring these factors together, it can harmonize the body and self-healing can start to take place. And what was actually common amongst all of these examples that I have mentioned to you, all these success stories, is the concept of habit stacking. Habit stacking is where, if you work on it, you can compound the results. Small steps leads to what? Big changes, right? You've heard this. So I'll give you some examples. Just an extra 15 minutes of walking per day, do you know how much that is across the year? That's 400 kilometers extra. There's 15 minutes walking per day. An extra 20 minutes of sleep is more than 120 hours of sleep in a year. Can you imagine? Can you imagine recharging our batteries like this? 1 cup of vegetables, 1 cup, small cup of vegetables per day is over 50 kilos of vegetables in a year. You see, habits can be good or bad. We all know this. Who here doesn't smoke, by the way? Can I have a show of hands? Quite a few, mashallah. Right, Mustafa, I'm going to pick on you. Doesn't smoke, yes. Oh, good, your hand stayed up, that's good. Mustafa, I'm going to pick on you, right? You don't smoke. So if I tried to force you to smoke, would you do it? No. Not even your mother will come and put cigarette butt in your mouth. You will chuck it out. Why? There you go. You see what he said? He spoke from himself. He said, I don't smoke. This is not me. Yes? It's become his identity. Just like somebody would never eat pan, for example, or doesn't smoke. Or inshallah, all of us, none of us drink alcohol, even if someone tried to force us. It's our identity. And with that, what we need to do is get into a habitual state with certain practices, where the habits become a standard, and then a standard becomes your identity. And that's what I mean by habit stacking, to compound the results. The trouble is actually that we are in a fixed negative state. No, actually, it's worse than that. We're in a perceived fixed negative state. You know when people say, it's all genetics, you know? Tase to tase, you know, my dad had this, my mom had this. Listen to me very carefully, please. Genetics is like the loaded gun. Okay? It's like the loaded gun. The lifestyle is the thing that pulls the trigger. You see the difference? Your nutrition, your stress levels, your environment, these are things that determine whether the genes are activated or they stay silent. Just because your mother or your father had diabetes, or your mother or your father had thyroid issues, it doesn't mean that you are now doomed. You have choices to make. It means actually only that now you have a heads up. You're 1 step ahead of the game. You know that this could happen. So now it's on you to navigate very differently. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I'm now going to talk about the universe within, as I mentioned earlier. Because when I teach these topics, we cover a lot of these topics in depth. And what actually comes out is a lot more awareness about how our bodies work, what they're made up of. And you'll see that weight loss, improved health, reduced inflammation, renewed energy, etc. Much of this comes from cleansing the liver and battling issues like insulin resistance, which I'm sure you've heard of. But it's only once I looked into these topics in depth that I was able to understand actually how do we function at a very, very deep level as a human being. And then I was able to see the truly fascinating design that Allah has fashioned us with. Subhanallah. Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali alayhi salam. We all know this saying that he said. You presume that you are a small entity, but within you is enfolded the entire universe. And even if we look at it from a physical perspective, for example, the findings are fascinating. The first thing that you will find out is that actually we are not even living alone in our own bodies. Me, myself, and I, since a young age. When I put this morsel in my mouth and I'm eating and chewing and swallow dessert, you know, it's only us eating, right? If you didn't know this, we don't live alone. We don't live alone. I get asked, like, what are you talking about? It's just me. For years, I thought exactly the same. But The microbiome is a collection of living organisms that live on us and even inside us. Do you know how many? Hopefully I'll blow your mind with this today, okay? I fell off my chair when I studied this. The microbiome, the number of organisms in your body is 100 trillion. 100 trillion. 100 trillion living organisms. We have more bacteria, fungi, other microbes in us and on us than even the number of cells in our body. I still can't get around that. If you can figure that one out, please, if you're a mathematician here or you've studied biology, please come and explain this to me. How do we have more microbes in our body than the number of cells that we are made up of? It's incredible. Tiny little creatures. Yeah, some are big, some are small, some are cute looking, some are ugly, 12 arms, 6 arms. You think I'm joking? Go and research this stuff. Tiny little creatures that help us to do what? Digest our food, protect us from diseases, support our immune system, and even influence our mood and our memory. There is an entire hidden ecosystem that is made up of bugs within us, and we didn't even know it existed. Now you might be thinking, how did it even get there? I'm born from my mother. What are you talking about? Did someone give me a spoon of it when I was 4 years old? How did this happen? It actually happened from the moment you were born. When you were born, you picked up the first bacteria as you passed through the birth canal of your mother. Then what did your mother do after you were born? What does she do? Puts you on the chest and breastfeeds you. And when you do that, helpful bacteria and immune boosting nutrients are then provided to the child. Does it stop there? No. What happens after that? The baby is tired, needs to rest, and so does the mother. So we swaddle the baby, we put it on the side, and family members turn up, pick up the baby, touch the baby's face and cheeks and arms and everything. They are adding the bacteria to the child. This is all part of the design. From day one, this was part of the design. So when we come out of our mothers, we no longer have that umbilical cord. Now we are reliant on what? Environment, soil, dirt, bacteria, all of these things coming from different sources to build up that population. To the point where 3-5 years old, then we're talking about reaching that 100 trillion mark population, okay? This is our biotics that live down there. And it probably gives you a clue about what happens when we have antibiotics. Making sense now, yes? Good, lots of nods. So you must also be thinking, okay, if they're alive and buzzing, what do they feed on? Is it chicken burgers? Is it meat biryani? Is it mandazi? What is it? I keep doing this mandazi joke. I'm very sorry. I'm a bit uncultured. I am trying. So what do they feed on? They feed on leafy greens, vegetables, and something called pre- and probiotics. And inshallah, I'm here for the next few days. If you're interested in this, we can discuss further. I can really break it down. There is so much more that I can explain to you guys. When I teach this in depth, it takes me 9 hours. So I'm trying to fit it in within a few minutes. So if you will, forgive me. So these are the type of things that they feed on. You add to their population and you feed them as well at the same time. So just because they live on you and in you, I want you to be a very, very good guest and to look after these. I want you to be a very good host and look after these guests which live within you and on you. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, this is all very good, and these are lovely stories, and inshallah you'll connect with the people that have done this. But how do we now go from very good intentions to actual implementation? This is important. Look, the dangers are many, okay? We are 4 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes compared to our white Europeans. We are 70% higher risk of heart attacks and strokes compared to other populations. And a screening done in Dar es Salaam showed that up to 30% of Khojas are diabetic or pre-diabetic. This was a screening done a few years ago. That's 4 times higher than even the Tanzanian population. we've got work to do, okay? And I know this is the classic, I'm okay. Look, I'm 60, 70, I go walking every day, I eat what I want, gori nat khato, I'm fine. But I do want to alert you to one thing. Having the signal of having a belly means something, okay? I'll tell you why. Whatever reaction or response that the body gives us through inflammation or something that we're not expecting is actually our body's way of communicating that something is not quite right within us. So, for example, when you have eczema, or you have psoriasis, or you have swelling, skin tags, skin pigmentation, the list goes on. These are signals that the body's trying to tell you. It can't speak Gujarati, Swahili, English, it can't. It's way of design by saying to you, take action. Something is not quite right. Most of the time, it's actually to do with what we're consuming. However, when we have a belly, what's happening here actually is that we have a very dangerous type of fat which is growing around our vital organs. This is called visceral fat. And if this grows to the point where it endangers our organs and we could die, the way Allah has designed us is He says that I'm going to convert that visceral fat into something called subcutaneous fat, and it will come in the form of having a belly or bigger thighs, backside, bigger arms, back, whatever. It throws the fat into different areas of the body. So actually, it's a survival mechanism. But it's also your signal to take action. It means that something is not quite right. And now I'm not just talking about, I have a bit of dry skin here. The danger is what? Very dangerous fat growing around your vital organs. Heart, spleen, lungs, etc. List goes on. So we need to take action. But what's the vision now? How can we all work together? How can we implement this today? This is not just, just hot talk. This is not just entertainment. We have to make a change. We have to visualize how things could be different here in Dar es Salaam, for example. In 5 years' time, the queue at the gym, and I was talking to Mustafa Bhai about this, the queue at the gym needs to be longer than the queue that I saw today in the medical center. Allah. That's where we need to get to. I want every community member to commit to 2 movement or strength exercises in a week. And you might say, well, there's this guy from London, he doesn't understand. I'm so busy, I've got businesses, I've got family, mosque events, I volunteer. Habibi, I'm not asking you to take 45 minutes out, drive here, go to the gym. No, today I'm going to show you with this, okay? Even resistance bands. I'll give you a demonstration afterwards. How we can even spend 10, 15 minutes using these, even for the elderly, if only you knew how effective it was. So twice a week, we need to be planning and implementing some kind of strength or fitness exercise routine in your week, just twice. So number 1, let's get the queue going at the gym and less at the medical center. Number 2, is commit to 2 movement or strength activities in a week. Number 3, I reckon all of you could do this one as well, okay? I want you to close off your evening meal earlier than what it is now. Simple. I haven't come here to uplift, throw everyone upside down and nobody listens to what we say. No, simple one. You're having your meal at 8:30, 9 o'clock and then going to sleep half an hour later? Simple. Just bring it in earlier. You will see the difference. If you really want to be elite, by the way, if you really want to take it to another level, finish your dinner, go for a short walk. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. Forget that the weight will come off. As I told you earlier, you will start to see health benefits. How do you know? We've not even tried. Try. Implement this. Okay? And the last one is, and this is linked to the microbiome, and this is why I mentioned it. We should be consuming more vegetables. Yes, I know, I've heard from people, you don't understand, it's very difficult to get, we have to go out of town or whatever. Where there's a will, there's a halal way. Okay? So, use your imagination, be innovative, get hold of vegetables. Why? Because that variety and the quality of that is adding nutrients to your body that is then going to give you the benefits of what I mentioned earlier, because you are not just eating for yourself. In fact, when we have fiber, and we have vegetables, It's not even for you. It's not even for you. It's for your friends. So feed them. Be a good host. In conclusion, I know some of you are also thinking, this all sounds really good. Sajjad Bhai will do it. I better tell Fatim Bhai to do it. And, you're thinking of other people. Habibi, Habibti, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to say that now we're talking to you. Even online, whoever's listening, I'm talking to you. You are going to prioritize yourself. You are the person who's going to put yourself first. You are the person who has been neglecting your health, who has been neglecting your sleep, your nutrition, your inner peace, your strength, your fitness, your energy levels. How? By serving others. By serving others, fine, but maybe too much. The reality is, actually, if you unleash your own true potential, you will actually be able to serve your Creator and the creation and the community and your loved ones at a whole new level. We are people of action. We are the lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Tomorrow is not promised. Action is the antidote to regret. Action is the antidote to regret. So it's either one day, inshallah, or today. You decide. Thank you so much. I will be here, of course, to take question and answers, and I'll be able to meet you afterwards. If you want to know more about what we're doing, you can visit thrivewithage.co.uk, or you can follow us on Instagram, which is called Thrive with Age. Thank you so much for your presence and your attention. We will stop for question and answers, and then we'll stop the stream, and we will do some exercises with the resistance bands. So whoever would like to try that, I can demonstrate that to you as well. Thank you so much. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Hopefully we have a roaming mic for anyone that wants to ask any question on anything. Nutrition, fitness, anything that I covered as well. Bismillah. Do we have a roaming mic? Sure. I'll repeat the question, no problem, whilst he's getting the mic. Go for it. Yes. 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 Yeah, very good. Yes. Yeah. Mm. Yeah? Okay, cool. Sure. Yeah. Mm. MashaAllah, very nice. Inshallah. Inshallah. Hassan, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, this is all well and good, but now what do I eat? How should my plate look? The answer is actually we are all individual. If I was to say to you, just one chicken piece, few potatoes, some vegetables, and for dessert, definitely only have this. It's not possible to do that, okay? Even our microbiome, look how individualized and a unique footprint it actually is. Yes, there are proportionality things that we can do, okay? Like more of this and less of that in terms of what's called your macronutrients. So whether it's chicken, vegetables, fish, whatever, they all come in categories of different types of food. So we first need to bring about the awareness of how can I see food differently? I no longer want to see rice, curry, and a samosa. I now want to see what is that food made up of? What is the food composition? Then we can talk about it. Because an air-fried samosa might be extremely different to a deep-fried samosa with a different type of oil. You see? So we need to get into the depth of it. At the same time, I do want to tell you that can be a dangerous thing by labeling that this is bad and this is good. No. What I mentioned earlier in citing the Quran is that we need to select wisely. And through that smart decision making, we will see plenty of health benefits and, of course, the weight loss, which many of us are looking for. So there's no set answer, but certainly I can educate you and bring about lots of awareness that I promise you, you will feel as if like you're wearing different glasses altogether when you look at food. So much so that the most common thing our members have said is that now I can't look at food in the same way ever again. I see it in a completely different lens. So, sorry, that's a bit of a teaser, but it's all about learning more because I've been doing it for over 7 years. I promise you, every day I'm learning something new about our body, the way we function, and food. And fitness and strength, whole different topic as well. You mentioned about vegetables. Thank you for sharing that there are vegetables in abundance here. And yes, a lot of them might be organic and what have you. You guys are blessed, really, with fruit and vegetables. Honestly, when I see what's here and I taste it, we can't even dream of having this type of food back in UK. SubhanAllah. I was saying the other day, I tried mango here for the first time in I was here 13 years ago, okay? I tried mango and I was like, SubhanAllah, like, look at the difference in taste here. Yeah, take advantage. You know, our taste buds, even like, if you don't mind, I'll share this with you. Even our taste buds are so complicated to the point where every 2 weeks, every fortnight, our taste buds are recycled. So if someone says to me, since a young age, I'm going to bogame. Really? Really? The reality is every fortnight, that person's taste buds are changing. Don't tell me that you can't adjust and start appreciating other foods that Allah has given you. We have such a bad problem with like overly having that dopamine hit of sugar and cravings and carbs, all this kind of stuff. It's masked who we are. To the point where our members, when they finally return to basics, remember what I said about if it's plucked from a tree and grows from the ground, it doesn't have a label on it, it's very good for you. When they start returning to these basics, they see the wonder and the delight in the way that Allah has created us. So, do keep it varied. Do go after the vegetables. Look after your friends. And if you want a list of all the vegetables that I'm suggesting, even though you live in Dar es Salaam, I've also made that list because I knew someone would quiz me on this. That, oh yeah, you've got everything in Tesco and Sainsbury's over there. No, you've got lots of options. Okay? Awesome. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Sorry, I would like to know from you
Yes.
something which is personally has been bugging me, and I did a lot of research on it, and I haven't come across a true yes or a true no. We who are blessed to be in sports,
Yes.
different sports, there is something the science world has now developed: gels,
Yes.
energy gels,
Yes.
and which sportsmen people consume during their exercises or races or
Sure.
something. And I am one person who has always resisted because I always believe these are chemicals.
Sure.
I would like your guidance on that.
No problem.
That was my first question. My
Sure.
second question is, during the COVID, most of us had the shots, injection shots.
Yes.
And I have read a lot about the counter effects or the side effects of this, which increase the heart attacks and those kind of systems. Maybe through your research, if you can shed some light
Sure.
on that.
Sure.
And my number 3 question
Oh,
is...
wow. Yes. Okay.
and my number 3 question is, with your blessings on this line, if some of us decides to follow you, then
Sure.
what is the procedure and
Sure.
how do you, I'm sorry I'm not sounding offensive, but
No.
are there any charges for it or
Sure.
anything so that we can plan
Sure, no
ourselves
problem.
accordingly?
Yeah, I'll start off with the easy one, so I'll go backwards, all right? So number 3 is easy. If you go to thrivewithage.co.uk, the process is all there. So if you want to join or book a call and understand how it works, yes, I went full-time with this. So I am living my life in a way that I'm addicted to changing other people's lives. So I wake up in the morning and there's no bigger energy. Like I go back to Abbas Bhai's example. His story, it's fueled me for 2 decades more. It's incredible. Forget that it made my day. Like, understand his story. There's nothing more beautiful than that. So this, I'm going to carry on until I hit my qabr. One person by one person, I'm going to change their lives. Whoever is interested, I will help them. You know why? Because I learned we can't do this at a macro level. I've seen it before. Some people say, it doesn't work like that. It works by helping an individual. They truly understand, they absorb the knowledge and they implement. Guess what happens? Their kids, they follow what they're doing. And do you think it stops there? Because the kid has become more fit and healthy, what we've done by helping that person is we have changed generations to come. There's nothing more blessed than that. So to answer your question, I'm kind of combining it. It's a livelihood as well as I am trying my best to help the community. Look, we have umpteen amount of interest from other communities. They lap this stuff up, okay? They absolutely love. We have no shortage of people coming through. But why is it our community are staying behind? Why? We have people coming up to us who drink alcohol and they want to lose weight. It's that much tougher. We don't even drink alcohol and we're 5 steps behind. Yes? We have non-Muslim communities who are queuing up for our help. I'm here first to help you guys. And I will go Jamaat by Jamaat. I don't care. Sorry, I'm going to have to reverse now. Right, long COVID is a very difficult answer because it's so, again, it's very individualized and the level in which people have suffered, still struggling with a lot of the symptoms. It's a very difficult question to answer. The only thing I would say is I truly believe in my principles of our lifestyle, nutrition, practice habits, all that kind of stuff. Even those people that have suffered with such things, when I have taught them these things, they have still seen improvement. So the principles are not different. Okay, your question about gels, energy gels. Wonderful question. Number one is, what are they made up of? They are made up of highly, how should I say? You know how dates are like the fastest releasing energy food in the world? It's like that. And it's mostly carbohydrates and sugar. It's a massive influx of it, okay? So it's all that glucose hitting your body straight away. So when you do a bike ride or swimming or whatever, whenever you're having it, it's an ability to flood your system with loads of glucose to give you immediate energy. The problem is when it comes to weight loss or trying to get fit and healthy, etc., we have different fuels in our body. We've got glucose, we've got fat, we've got ketones, the list goes on. We're actually like a multifaceted petrol station. You won't believe it. It's not just like, oh, our cow, that's my fuel. It doesn't work like that. We're very complicated. So by having loads of glucose all in one go, it shuts off all the other ability to burn fat or anything like that, and it will just focus on that immediate energy. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that sounds good, so I'll take them. But people differ in the way they react to these things. So the ingredients of these things can be very what's called gut disruptive. I spoke about the gut microbiome, yes? So these things can sometimes contain ingredients like acetylflame K, aspartame, all these kind of, these artificial sweeteners which can be gut disruptive. I know certainly when I have them, I feel awful, and I've never gone back to them, okay? I used to use them for marathon running, and it just didn't agree with me. If it does agree with you, you could be okay. If you have a sensitive tummy, please review it carefully. But I thought I would add that in to let you know that it does shut off the ability to burn fat. In fact, the way our body does it is in a particular sequence. So if we have alcohol in our body, it uses that first. If we use up all that energy, then it goes to sugar. If I use up all the sugar in my body, it goes to carbohydrates. Only when I've used up all this energy, then it starts to talk about using fat. Can you imagine? Now, how do we jump that sequence? There's a few ways. How do we circumvent it and do that? There's ways. But how do we crash through that sequence to really make it beneficial for us? There's strategies, there's tools, there's tips, there's tricks, all of this I teach. But as I said, it takes me about 9 hours. I can see people in the crowd here, if they've done my course, you can go and speak to them. We are complex beings. Does that answer the question? No? Okay.
Yeah, Ashiq bhai.
No problem.
I just wanted a clear answer that is it harmful or is it not? From what I have understood from your answer
Yes.
is, if your gut is giving you problems,
Yes.
then you can refrain.
Yes,
But
it's usually a good signal,
It
yes.
may be a very personal question
Ah,
from me,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
sure.
mean, since I have continually resisted it
yeah,
and I'm still divided
Sure.
due to performance,
sure.
that does it add performance? Even if it adds performance,
Yes.
can it be at the expense of harming the body
Sure.
or not?
Yeah.
Please.
You are
Sorry.
welcome to take it. It's not going to be harmful. As I said, the way it's been designed is a huge influx of carbs and sugar. It's just giving you immediate energy and can be very good for performance. But you might want to experiment with the different brands and types because it might be gut disruptive. So to answer the question as flatly as I can, yes, you can take it. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Because as I keep saying that quote, yeah? Because if we go back to basics, forget the fact that the date is high in sugar. It's high in fiber. It's high in lots of vitamins and minerals. Why do you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, well, when you break your fast, forget this gel, have some dates? Why? There is so much hikmah in this, honestly. Just the amount of fiber in a date is so beneficial for us when we are trying to break our fast. Okay? So yes, as much as you can, try and keep it natural. Yeah? Yes, I'll just go to this uncle. Yes. Alaikum salam. I'll repeat it, this one. Yeah. Sure. Ah, okay. Mm, mm, mm. Sure. Okay, sure. Okay. What do we do to get healthy? What do we do to lose weight? As I explained earlier, it's multifaceted. Okay? Do you remember I was saying like everyone's trying to go for that one pill outcome or that quick fix? The truth is that we need to approach it holistically. So if you are not doing as many steps as you could be doing, increase the steps. If you are low on hydration, make sure you are reminding yourself to have more water. If you are, I don't know, having more oily foods than you should be, you need to address that. Okay? If you're not having a variety of different foods, you can address that, etc. That's what I'm saying, that you might need support in understanding how this can holistically come together. Timing of food, very, very common question. Should I have breakfast? Should I not have breakfast? What time should I have it? Etc. Someone asked me the other day, actually, when I was in Mombasa, I was doing a very similar talk. They said, oh, is it a breakfast you should have like a king? You've heard this saying, yeah? Lots of people are nodding. Now, is it true or not? Well, actually, if you look at the word breakfast, what is it? Breaking the fast. Interesting. Breakfast is actually break fast. So you're breaking the fast. It's got nothing to do with the time. What it actually is to do with is you are breaking that fast at that moment in time whenever you have selected. Now what becomes more important is how do you break that fast? That's different. So whether it is 9 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, that is the time you're having your breakfast. Now we need to see how do we strategize, what do we have, and how can we bring about maximum benefit. The question that you asked about, eating in the evening, otherwise you'll miss majlis, etc. This, I go back to the point that I raised. Try and make sure you're having your dinner as early as possible. In cultures like this, in climates like this, it makes a humongous difference. Okay? You guys have got so much added benefit here. Ability to walk to so many places. Look at the vitamin D that you guys have here, man. So much sunshine, so much sunlight. Okay? So take advantage of these things. Lots of things where you've got pros here. But with regards to timing, again, it's individualized. There's lots of different types of strategies, for example. Some people ask me, what about intermittent fasting? Is this good or not? It depends. It depends. Because intermittent fasting, there's various flavors. Dry fast, we've all done it. Time-restricted eating, this is another strategy. There's so many different types. But can we pick one of those tools from a toolbox and make it work for us? Yes, absolutely. All of these things are fine. Yes, Uncle. Sure. Okay. Having a slim body, how? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, it's very kind. Sure. Body fat reduction, 85% of it is nutrition. 15% is movement. There is no two ways about it. And I'm telling you, for years and years, you should have seen the way I battled. Unfortunately, if you've seen my pictures, I used to be very overweight and I had very bad health issues. I used to have such bad migraines, I would have full blackout. This and many other problems. I used to feel very ill very often. And I used to be a runner, so it used to irritate me. Like, where have I gone from this? Now I'm in my mid-30s, whatever I'm trying, this is not working. It's only once I realized, you can hear my story, I have it on Instagram. There was one day I collapsed after doing a run. I was like, something is wrong, man. I'm in gym, I'm running, swimming, nothing's working. But when you find the truth about food, you realize it's 85% about nutrition. The rest, that movement, the rest of it, that 15%, I would say to you, just go and enjoy what you're doing. People keep asking me here, oh, should I walk or should I cycle? Should I swim or should I go gym? Habibi, go and do what you enjoy. You know, these guys have picked up pickleball, yeah? Pickleball, paddle. Mashallah, it was beautiful to see these guys play this morning. Go and do what you enjoy. You know, play with a smile on your face. You won't even think about the calories that you're burning and the heart rate that you're pumping. No, go and enjoy. But I'm sorry, there's no two ways about it. You want to get trim, you want to look better, feel better for yourself, your spouse, your family members, your kids, your grandkids. Let's start having this ability and vision that we want to play competitive sports with our grandkids. Let's talk there. Yeah? Let's live long enough to see our grandkids graduate. This is where we need to be thinking, guys. Okay? I know 90% of you might even be thinking, oh, you know, it's a good entertaining chat. Even if one person took heed of what I said today, alhamdulillah. Okay? So the answer is, I'm afraid, it comes down to nutrition. To the point, Uncle, where when I have said this, 85% about nutrition, the members that we look after, once they're fully transformed, they've got slim, they've had to change their wardrobe twice, they come back to me and say, hey, Ashiq Ali, you fibbed. It wasn't 85%, it was 100. It's just what it is, man. I wish it was different. I wish it was just more. It's just not. Yes. 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 MashaAllah. Oh. Yeah. The question. Sure. Oh, you want opinion on fasting as well? Yeah, sure. Yes, sure. So, Uncle's first question was about what it says in the Quran about selecting wisely, and what about foods mentioned in the Quran? I've actually done something where I have put on a card all the foods mentioned in the Quran, the benefits of it, and the nutrients that you get from it. If you're interested in that, I can share that with you. And inshallah, with your du'as, I'm working on a publication around these things as well. Now, what about things like olives and other foods? Olives are mentioned specifically in the Quran in 2 other verses, okay? But I did extensive research into the type of foods that kept coming up in hadith as well. It is frightening. I'll give you 2 examples, okay? Dates and pomegranate. Figs also, but dates and pomegranate, Uncle, I can't stress to you enough. We kept going on with the research. I was working with scholars in Qom as well to really go through this. We kept going and go. And there's more and more and more hadith about these 2 particular types of food in so many occurrences, to the point where it got scary. It was like, it's really, really obvious that our imams and Allah are trying to give us a very big clue here, okay? In that, I don't care whether, the best Western nutritionist comes along or the best dietitian or the best weight loss expert comes along and says to you, you shouldn't have dates because they will make you overweight or pomegranates are bad for you. Don't listen to them. There is a clue in this that these two foods, I'm telling you, it will be one of the first foods in Jannah, most probably, because there's something hidden and magical in these two foods. So, Maher Ramadan, if you want to have it, no problem. Just don't overdo it because they're very sugary. But pomegranates and dates, I don't care even if you don't like these foods. Get them into your diet, including olives. I never used to like olives. Find the different varieties and get it in your system. Uncle, you also mentioned about fasting. Very deep topic because, as I was mentioning earlier, there's so many different types that you can undertake. It is clearly evident that when you go into a state of fasting, a self-cleansing happens, okay? So this is whether you are doing some type of water fast or a Muslim fast, all these different types. There are definitely biochemical reactions that happen stage by stage, and it will, if I explain to you just now, it will blow your mind. We're talking everything from increase of new stem cells to something called BDNF. It's called a brain-derived neurotrophic factor, to the point where if you go into a fasted state, you know what Allah does? He creates new brain cells for you. Please go and ask Elon Musk, with all the money that he has in the world, go and ask him to pay for even one new brain cell. Here, Allah has given it to us for free. Fasting, I could do a whole lecture. It's incredible. Yes, they have been. No, they have been. I'll give you the references for them. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Are we running out of time? Sure. Okay, no problem. Uncle, last question. Yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. He's bringing the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. How much honey?
It's a really good one. Okay. How much honey?
No, how about honey?
Oh, how about honey? Okay.
Yeah. Can you explain?
Sure.
Advantages and disadvantages.
Sure. Again, in the Quran mentioned about there is much healing in this. I've also done a lot of extensive research around the honey bee, and it's incredible. Honey itself, I would highly encourage you to have local, good quality honey. This is number one, okay? Because the healing that comes from this honey, the bees actually work with local things that will increase your immune system based on them doing their work locally, okay? But there are some very good honeys out there, like, Manuka honey, high quality honey, which you can also have. Look, the end of the day, though, it is very high in sugar and high in fructose. And because of that, it is an extra strain on your liver. And when it comes to getting healthy and losing weight, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the first organs we need to look after. So honey, is it good for you? Yes. Should we have it often? Yes. Should we be controlling how much we have and understanding where we can get the best quality? Also, yes. Okay, so it's nuanced. Yeah, even you have to be even more careful. Yes. Yes, you can, but you have to be careful with the amount that you have and when you have it. But again, Uncle, I'm going to tell you this, that I don't want anyone to feel that they are in that fixed state of, I am diabetic, therefore X, Y, and Z. I want you to now think, I'm diabetic, and it's fully possible to reverse it. Did you know it was only until 2015 that they started changing the university syllabus to tell the doctors that we have found out it is reversible? We're 2025. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the centuries of understanding that people thought that they were stuck in this state? No more. No more. Mustafa, thank you. Should I leave it there? Yes? Okay. Guys, thank you so much. I'm around for questions. Please don't worry. Yes. Sure, no problem. Okay, so we'll cut the stream and I can show you some demonstration with the resistance bands, especially for those that have never done exercise before. I want you to feel rest assured that there's options for all of you, and it's very, very effective. Even if you do go to the gym, we can really do some tough exercises with it. I do it with the elders in Stanmore. It's very effective. I'm still here for a few days, so if you would like to get a group together, I can come and do a class for you. We can do a gym tour with Mustafa. Yes, I'm sure he'll enjoy that. There's lots and lots of options. If you don't even know where the gym is, or you're too scared to walk in, please don't worry. We will hold your hand. I still get scared of the gym, don't worry, okay? But you are welcome to join us, and we will show you every single machine, no problem, with pleasure, okay? Again, I thank you very much. I really do thank the organizers and everyone that's hosted me. It's so welcoming here, so thank you so much. And with that, we'll stop the stream, and I will show you the exercises. Assalamu alaikum.